it's the Beef Boss from the Beef Team here. We are back doing some story time this week with a new guest, Dukebeefington. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Where's the beef? That's all I have to say.
The beef is here. We've got the Beef Boss and Dukebeefington today. So much beef, it would make a vegan cry.
Bringing the old team back together.
Oh yes, the classic. We are here playing some more Pokemon. Pretty good stuff. But before we get too into things, I just wanted to implore you guys, if this is your entry into the Storytime series, do consider going back and watching our previous entries, as well as maybe subscribing if you haven't, because we are at 359 subscribers, certainly climbing our way up. But, you know, can't do it without you, so love to have you.
Yeah, it's not... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not hard, guys. I, watch every episode that comes out.
And it works out for us because we end up watching the episodes. Because I don't because I'm in them, but you know, everyone else isn't in them all the time, so that they go back through and watch them. And it's been fun making these for sure. But I don't know. You were telling me about it before we started recording. Are you wanting to share anything about your school experiences, Duke, or no?
No, I can talk about the college process.
All right. Well, we'd love to hear what you have to say.
Me and the Beef Boss, we're breaking all the rules. We're going off the reservation.
We're going off the record.
Yeah. I'll just specify that I'm going into the educational background, and that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, we'd like to.
In regard to my career. In regards to my schooling, you know, I'm planning to transfer to a university in the fall.
Yeah, I totally forgot what I was going to say. You got to save me here.
What?
I forgot what I was going to say. You got to save me.
Well, let's talk about how expensive college is.
Oh, yeah, college is really expensive. I actually am in the process, I'm in the process of paying for the rest of my term bill, and it is, oh boy, it'll make you, seeing a bill that big will make anyone stress.
Currently, I'm working to save up money and looking into more scholarships and grants.
Yeah, I reapplied to a bunch of OSAC stuff like a couple months back, so I'm waiting to hear back on that. Hopefully I get some of it.
Yeah.
But
good.
I'm not as worried about the financial stuff as I was this year, 'cause since I got that RA job, they're gonna pay for my housing and my meal plan, so it's really just tuition that I have to focus on. But
don't get the meal plan. It's like a scam.
No, I know the meal plan's a scam, but Willamette requires you to have it for 2 years.
Yeah.
It's they put it as one of their graduation requirements that you be on the meal plan and on campus for 2 years out of the 4.
Okay, being on campus, I get, but forcing someone into a meal plan, that's kind of sucky.
Oh no, it's absolute crap.
Because either it's too much or too little.
Exactly.
In regards to how much a week.
Exactly. It's insane. And the meal plan at Willamette is really expensive too, so it's I mean, yeah, it's definitely not cheap. Not to diss too hard on the school. I do like it here. It's they really do nickel and dime you, except instead of nickels and dimes, it's, you know, hundreds of dollars, but it's fine. Higher education is expensive. That's no joke. But you know,
hopefully.
Hopefully in the end it's worth it.
Yeah.
That's all you can really hope for.
I may have to get a student loan, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
The field I'm into, it's pretty decently in demand. I should be able to find a job pretty easily.
Yeah, what's that clicking going on your side of the audio?
Frogs,
Oh,
I think.
wild. Yeah.
My phone is.
Go ahead.
Either something's up with my phone, or my phone is just catching a frog cricketing.
Probably the frog. I was gonna say I'm not totally sure what I'm doing major wise yet. It's a lot to figure out. I was thinking maybe politics, maybe philosophy is one that I think would be kind of good. Recently I've started considering an economics major, but I don't know. There's just so many options.
Yeah, that's something I consider is, can you get a career in it?
Yeah.
Because you can major in philosophy and be really good at it, but what jobs are there for majoring in philosophy?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I know there's not a lot of philosophy specific jobs. I think my thinking with it was mostly just philosophy major. It shows that you can do critical thinking, critical problem solving, that kind of thing. It's just kind of a generally broad humanities major that is applicable in a lot of places, but definitely I think that econ or politics is a lot more of a focused major for sure. There is always the possibility of double majoring, though. I just don't think I hate myself enough to do that. But we'll see.
Well, Beef Boss, all you need is a bachelor's in anything, and you can become a substitute teacher.
Heck yes. I'll be your substitute any day of the week. That's what I'm talking about, baby. What do you think? You and me, substitute, well, I guess you wouldn't be a substitute, but I would be. I don't know. Suppose I could, if I, depending on what I ended up doing, if I ever was just, wanted something to do in my older age, I could just start subbing.
Yeah. I don't think you even need, a degree in education. You just need to go through the sub program.
Yeah.
Which is challenging.
Yeah. I was actually just going to mention it, too. I'm thinking about doing a couple classes at Clatsop over the summer. Because I've got some extra credits just from high school saved up. Just from doing stuff in high school. But I'm 5 credits short of being able to have basically a semester early graduation. So I'm thinking of getting those 5 credits just over the summer at Clatsop. And then instead of graduating early, what I want to do is junior and senior year, I want to do 3 classes a term instead of 4, since it's semesters. But I'm not sure. It's something I'm thinking about.
I've been, me and my advisor at Clatsop have been going over the classes I've taken. We've done our best to take classes that fill in with the major I would get at the college I would go to. And I've talked to advisor at the college. They said, if the class number is the same, it counts, and I can make an argument for classes passing over.
Yeah.
Anthropology counting as a humanities degree or credit.
Yeah. Yeah, anthropology definitely is on the humanities side. I didn't have a lot of my Clatsop credits transfer over to Willamette, so it's definitely something I'll have to be careful of. But I'm thinking most of it should transfer over without issue.
Yeah, it seems. Hopefully, I've taken enough classes at Clatsop where I don't have to take many classes at Western, maybe a few literary classes and education classes.
Yeah.
So I can focus like observation hours, which I may or may not be able to get paid for with like a job at a school.
Yeah. That's the thing I have to start looking into, is just like figuring out if I want to do internships.
Well, if you enjoy what you do, it's not work.
Yeah, and I mean, if I did it, I would certainly I would wait until probably my junior year, just when I'm, or at least one of the years if I'm doing like, if I'm doing a three class term. Yeah, I totally just spaced what I was gonna say.
None of that.
Oh yeah, right. I would probably wait until, I'd wait until my junior year to try and do an internship, just when I have like less on my plate. But
yeah, I feel you.
But it's definitely something I want to do. I mean, I'm so close to the capital, literally across the street from it, so it seems like it'd be silly to waste the opportunity. But I don't know. It's weird. College is a lot different than high school. Like, just in terms of what you do with your day, it's so much less structured. It's kind of a lot to take in, honestly.
Wait, what that? You kind of cut out.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it's just been so weird, like, adjusting to how different college is than high school. I mean, it's so much less structured. It's just interesting.
Yeah, kind of like with college, they're like, you're an adult, do whatever you want. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whereas with high school, it's like you barely got any say in the classes that you wanted to take.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Like, when I know what I wanted to major in, I just kind of, my advisor's like, oh, no, take classes that seem fun.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. I think I've talked about it before, but I'm just like, I'm doing a lot of like art history stuff for general education requirements, but next semester I'm going to be doing a little bit more specialized econ classes, and then I think I've got a politics class lined up, and I'm going to try to get my math credit done as well. So it should be a fun term.
Yeah. When I got into the TRIO program, hey, everyone who's in college, just sign up for TRIO. They help you. They let you. Yeah, you can rent like school supplies and books from there for free.
Yeah, it's definitely a good program. I would get into it if you can.
Yeah. They do hassle you from time to time, but it's all in your benefit.
Yeah, it is well worth it for sure. I definitely, the free college applications came in clutch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember, like, I mean, I guess it was probably different for me than it was for you, but just senior year, like, trying to apply for scholarships and do all that stuff, like, just while everything was going to absolute crap with the pandemic it was an experience, to say the least.
Yeah.
But
it's been years since the pandemic started,
Yeah, I'm honestly more like wondering how it's going to be once things go back to normal, because it's, my campus is basically giving all indications that things are going to be pretty much back to status quo next year. So it's going to be weird, because I'm in all online classes now, so I'm just like trying to imagine how that's going to change going forward. It's going to be different for sure.
I've often thought about what life will be like after the pandemic.
Yeah, I don't think it'll take too much getting used to. I mean, I wasn't terribly, like, let's see, how do I phrase this? I wasn't horribly impacted. Just because I'm not like a terribly out and about person, but like it definitely has impacted me more since starting college than I expected it to. Just because, like, at Willamette, obviously they have pretty strict guidelines because they want to keep people safe. But it's just like, it's weird seeing everyone in masks and, like, being so far apart from people. It makes it really difficult to, like, it makes it difficult to meet new people.
One thing, like, I was on Reddit, one person is worried, like, the impact of little kids that the pandemic has had on them since they haven't been able to interact with other kids.
Yeah.
And other people. They've been essentially isolated for a year.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that's, like, it's gonna be interesting to see the long-term effects of the pandemic and how it's gonna play out.
How, like, social, like,
yeah,
change.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, like, just for me personally, like, it's gonna be weird getting used to, normal classes, like, in person, and just the walking, like, to and from is gonna be a lot to get used to for sure.
Yeah. I feel like wearing a mask if you're feeling sick is going to become more common.
Yeah, I think that's probably definitely true. It's, on top of that, it's like, I mean, obviously the mask thing is a good example, but just, like, things that were almost unheard of, a year ago are going to be commonplace, like, people working from home, or, like, wearing masks if you're sick. People are a lot more health conscious now.
Oh, yeah, and talking about working from home, yeah. When the pandemic first, like, after the first few months of pandemic, I watched someone on Reddit comment, like, businesses are going to realize that working from home production is the same, and they save money from renting an office. So I imagine there'll be more work from home options in the future now.
Yeah, and I mean, for someone like me, like, something like that's huge. Just, like, just because obviously I don't drive, so having options, for me to have an option of, like, you can work from home, it's, you're not gonna, it's nice, basic, is what I'm trying to get at, is that it's good to know, just from, like, an accessibility standpoint, that those options exist. But
yeah, I can definitely see, like, work, like, norms changing. Like, I predict people, like teachers maybe a bit more cautious when they're feeling sick.
Yeah.
Or under the weather.
Yeah, and I'm honestly, I'm curious to know how much. I'm curious to know really just how much, like, education is going to change. Is it going to see how do I English this? Is it going to shift more online now that it's been proven that it can work and be effective? And, like, what is that going to say for the future of 4-year universities when online is emerging as maybe not a preferable option, but at the very least an option.
Well, I imagine I can see, like, college level, yeah, maybe online school will be more of a favored option, but younger kids from, like, K to 6 maybe, or maybe K to 8, online school not really favored, because kids, they need social, like, activity. They need to mingle with kids, get outside, and play.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with that. I think online school for especially young kids is incredibly difficult. Much in the same way that homeschool would be, just with, like, not so much getting that social aspect of it. So I think that definitely in-person shift back to in-person is going to be really good for younger people. But I'm curious to know how it'll affect older populations of students. But
that last part.
I said I think the shift back to in-person school is going to be definitely hugely beneficial to younger populations, like you were saying. But I'm curious to see, you know, what's going to shift with the, you know, older populations of students. Oh man, you would be disappointed, but I'm about to lose a rival fight.
Which rival?
Oh, Sharon. I just
Sharon, girl.
No, no. You're thinking of Bianca.
Oh, the smart guy with glasses.
Yeah. But I think on that note, since we are hitting the 20-minute mark, we'll probably get ready to wrap up the episode here. So I just wanted to say, if you have made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. You know, Duke, thank you for being here. It's been awesome getting to have you on again. Old gang back together. Do you have any parting words?
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, and definitely don't forget, if you did enjoy, or even if you didn't, please go down below and hit that subscribe button. It does help us out a ton. Helps more people find us, and it's just all around good. But on that note, look forward to a new episode with Dukebeefington on Thursday, and we will see you then.
All right.